Just want to trigger y'all. I should leave it like this throughout. Mm. My lips are so dry. So I'm moisturizing, guys. Before we get started, I like to trigger people because they think we can't multitask here, You can't put on makeup if you're going to talk about true crime. You can't be attractive if you talk about true crime. You have to be overweight and into whatever else and have no upper lip if you're going to talk about true crime. Anyway, hello guys. Welcome chat. Let me try chat. See if it's working. Happy hump day. Oh my gosh, it's hump day already? Time flies when you're working 16-hour shifts. Hello. Let's see if it's working. Chicago is beautiful today. It's kind of feeling like a fall day, finally. But I want to talk about the autopsies, the reports that were released. So before I get started, guys, I should probably give y'all a little trigger warning, right? I wanted to go over the autopsies because there's a lot that is still being pushed by the guilters regarding the autopsies. And they have said that Kaylee lost her teeth, that she got her face bashed in, that blah, 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 blah. But I'm going to go over the autopsy reports to refresh everything here, right? And this was from the Spokane County Medical Examiner's Office. And before I get started, guys, I just want to warn you, this is very, very graphic. Very, very graphic. So if this is something that bothers you, you don't want to listen, that's okay. Just get out. This video might not be for you. So this is what it says. On November 16th, 2022, at approximately 7:45, Latah County Coroner Kathy Mabott and I attended 4 autopsies for Xana Kernodle, Ethan Chapin, Madison Mogen, and Kaylee Gonsalves at the Spokane County Medical Examiner's Office. The 4 autopsies were performed by Dr. whose name is, of course, redacted, Gary Tolson, a detective with ISP, observed 3 of the autopsies, Kernodle, Mogen, and Gonsalves, as he arrived after the autopsy for Chapin was performed. How convenient, right? That just doesn't sit well with me because, in my opinion, if you know that these 4 autopsies are about to be performed, why wouldn't you be there on time? Isn't it weird? Isn't it weird that Ethan Chapin's parents are keeping his body in the basement, allegedly from what they have said? Allegedly from what they have stated in these docuseries. And the detective was magically not there for the autopsy. Just wanted to throw that out there. Also, for those of you guys who are just coming in now, I see there's 40 of you guys in here. I'm in my bedroom because my family is out there, and children probably should not be hearing about these things, autopsies and such. So I'm not trying to be sexy in my bedroom. I'm literally hiding from the fam. So just so you know, it goes into detail about what they swabbed, and I'm not going to get into everything that they swabbed because they did a lot of swabs on all 4 people, right? Nails, hair, ears, nose, eyes, a lot, right? It says, at the conclusion of the autopsy, the doctor revealed to Kathy Mabott and Gary Tolson and the officer his following findings. And I'm saying it's probably a he, right? Because it's, of course, redacted. We don't know if it was a he or a she, but maybe it was a she. I can't really tell. So the fatal injury to Ethan was from a stab wound under his left clavicle, which severed his subclavian vein. Pay attention. Pay close attention. If you guys are taking notes on this case, I know a lot of you guys are. Please take notes. This is one of the most important videos, right? and subclavian artery, and also his jugular vein was severed. Ethan only had sharp force injuries. The fatal injury for Xana was from one laceration to her right lung and two lacerations to her heart. Xana Kernodle had been stabbed over 50 times. Over 50 times. She had 50 plus stab wounds, mostly defensive. Xana only had sharp force injuries. The fatal injury for Maddie Mogan was included a left lung laceration and a liver laceration. Maddie only had sharp force injuries. The fatal injury for Kaylee included a left lung laceration, a liver laceration, two subdural bleeds, a stab behind her clavicle, which cut her subclavian vein and artery. Kaylee had signs of sharp force injuries, asphyxial injuries, and blunt force injuries. Kaylee had 20 plus stab wounds. The doctor did mention that the weapon that was used was not serrated, edged, very sharp, and said that a lot of force was used by the assailant. So, why do I want to talk about this? Why does this matter? Because let's be honest, I know a lot of you beta little bitches in the comments. I'm just kidding, not all of y'all, but some people are gonna get triggered because they're like, don't call the autopsies a lie, Nika. Don't call them a lie. It's not a lie. It's not a lie. Bitch, were you there? Bitch, were you there? No, you weren't, right? So how do you know? Because from what we have seen, this entire investigation is botched and we have to question everything. And the fact that a detective was supposed to be there while the autopsy for Ethan Chapin was supposed to be taking place, he was not there. So yeah, we're not saying it is a lie. We're just asking, is it? Is it a lie? Is it possible? Again, we saw officers calling their frat boys, that's my homeboy. That's my homeboy. If you're an idiot and you're not questioning anything and you're just swallowing, you're just a swallower, you're just a consumer, you just like to gobble gobble on the narrative bullshit. Is that what you are? You're a little swallower. You don't want to ask questions. You're a little bitch. Is that what you are? Then this channel is not for you, babe. You know, if you just want to swallow, gobble, gobble, consume, not question anything, this channel is not for you. Like I've said, this channel is for high IQ individuals, open-minded individuals who question things. Obviously. And if you're just like, this is not, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, bitch, don't tell me what to do. I tell you what to do, okay? Leave the channel if you are a low IQ individual that just swallows bullshit narratives, right? You're just a consumer. Go eat Cheetos with your toes or something. Go eat. Blake, thank you for the $20 by the way. I did get them and I've been so busy at work. So yeah, if you're just a consumerist bullshitter, girl, I can smell the Cheetos under your fingernails from here, okay? We are literally here to open our minds to ask questions. Guys, a lot of us here are from law enforcement families. A lot of us here are prior active duty military, reservists. Some of us are even in politics. I'm not going to say who, but you guys have told me on Instagram, and we have common sense. You know, this thing called common sense, that when you have been in the world, especially if you've been directly in the world of law enforcement and whatever else, we understand that we have to question things because we understand that bad things and bad people exist within law enforcement, within military, within ISP, within Moscow, within everything. And the fact that we have people saying, don't say that. This is a lie. Don't say that autopsies are lies. Who the fuck are you? Dylan, is that you, bitch? Is that you, bitch? Oh, don't call Dylan a bitch. Well, that's what I call all my friends. So I guess me and Dylan are friends now. Okay? Anyway, we have to, unfortunately, question everything. And you know why I'm also very curious? Because maybe I'm misremembering, but you friendly people in the chat remind me. Remind me. Because I thought, maybe I'm thinking wrong, allegedly, that Steve Gonsalves said that his daughter had her teeth knocked out her head. But that's not mentioned in this report, unless I'm missing it. I am also human. I also make mistakes. If there is somewhere on that autopsy report that mentions that she had her teeth knocked out of her face, send it to me. Because I haven't seen it. And I'm not saying, because I know that some basic bitch on here, is going to, again, low IQ individuals take, they want to misconstrue you. They want to misunderstand you. I am not saying that Steve Gonsalves was willingly lying. That's not what I'm saying. Right? What I'm saying is that allegedly Steve G was doing interviews talking about how his daughter had her teeth bashed out her head. So why is he saying that? Is he doing this willingly? Is he lying out here on national TV willingly? Or, wait a minute, let's use some common sense here. I know a lot of people don't have it. Jennifer, right? Right, Jennifer? um, or did law enforcement lie to him? Jennifer, is that you, babe? What do you think? Use your noodle. Do the noodle dance. You know? Basic shit. Either way, it's fucked up. And that's the point. And that's the point. Because if Steve Gonsalves is out here doing interviews, all my daughter's teeth were bashed out her head, and it's not in the autopsy report, why is he saying that? That's just a question. We are not insinuating anything. And if we were to ask Steve, sir, why are you saying that your daughter's teeth were bashed out of her head? And if he says, well, that's what Ellie told me, then I have more questions for Ellie, right? Why did you tell Steve that? Was it for him because you knew that he was talking a lot to national news and you wanted to spread misinformation? You wanted to skew the truth. You wanted to skew the perception of Koberger, because we know when that got out in the news, what did people say? Oh my God, Koberger is insane. Oh my God, he is so evil. He's so evil. How could he bash her teeth out of her head? Well, it's not in the autopsy reports that I can see. Interesting. See how little bits of misinformation is used to spread bullshit, to paint a narrative. And by the way, in my opinion, and I have nothing against any of the parents. I really don't. I may not side with all of them at all time, but I don't have anything personal against them. I don't know those people. We do know that Steve G tried to make it seem like it was all about Kaylee. That's how I took it. And maybe it's just because he was the most outspoken parent. That's how it came across, right? But we're reading the autopsy reports, and it doesn't seem to really be that much about her, right? It seems like it's mostly about Xana, right? 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 Oh, joyful dolphin, babe, I'm not mad at you. Girl, I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at that other bimbo that typed some idiotic shit on here. We love joyful dolphin because she asks questions, right? You're just asking questions. I have nothing against people that ask all the questions. That's what we do here. I do have issues with people that are telling me what to do in my own fucking channel. How about you leave, batch? How about you leave? Okay, most of Xana's 50 plus stab wounds being mostly defensive is insane. That is insane. What a fucking hero. What a fucking hero, in my opinion, right? In my opinion, parents were trying to paint Kaylee as a hero, or that she got the worst of it. In my opinion, Xana got the worst of it. And the fact that she had 50 plus defensive stab wounds tells me that she fought like hell. Bless her heart. Talk about a fighter. And if she fought back that hard, oh my gosh, caffeine connection? $5. Thank you so much. Too fast for please. You guys know my one and only addiction too well. It's embarrassing, but thank you so much. Xana fought like hell. And it seems that she got it worse, right? 50 plus times. She got it really, really bad. I think, my opinion, that she passed away and he kept stabbing. Right? These people, this person or these people, I think it was more than one assailant. They're evil, right? And I fully understand why all the victims' families are upset, right? If people are out here getting um beat to where they're almost unrecognizable. And what's crazy is that as I'm reviewing these autopsy reports, it's like the assailants knew exactly where to stab them in order for this to be fatal. We keep hearing liver laceration, lung laceration. Um, I think this person knows what they're doing, right? And I know some people have said, well, that's how you know it was Brian Koberger because he was obsessed with serial killers like Ted Bundy. So of course he knows. I'm like, I'm sorry, but if any of you guys have ever been to college or taken just like a basic criminology psychology course, they don't teach you where to shank people, babe. I don't know what school y'all think he went to. They don't teach you that, right? Um, it just really breaks my heart to see how Xana put up one hell of a fight, right? And that constantly people are trying to make this about Kaylee. This is about all four victims. This is about all four of them. But they made us believe in the beginning that Kaylee is the one that fought and fought hard. But it was actually Xana. Interesting, right? It's very, very strange to me that they all have very similar injuries. We have lungs, arteries, hearts, almost as if this person knew, right? Imagine being the family of these four children, these four victims, and not wanting to know any of this. But it's all the entire world is talking about. We are all talking about this 3 years later. 3 years later. I know that everybody sees their children or thinks about their children passing away in a different manner. We wouldn't know exactly how we would react. I don't think, unless you've already been in that situation. Um, but personally for me, I have a feeling that I would want the truth. I would want to dig deep, right? And I would probably want revenge. Like I would want this person at the very least in prison for life at the very least. Right? These four people, it doesn't matter what they did. We've heard different theories. People have mentioned that they were bullies to Hannah Clear, that they were bullies to Dylan, that they were actually very mean girls. I don't know anything. Those are just theories that people have covered. It doesn't matter. In my opinion, these four people, nobody really deserves this, right? Um, and what's also very telling is that when we're going through this autopsy report, that's a shit ton, guys. That's a shit ton of stab wounds. Okay? It takes so much out of somebody to stab someone numerous times. Okay? I used to be with somebody who was a hunter. Okay? I'd go deer hunting and elk hunting and bear hunting. And Obviously, you're unaliving the animal from a distance with a weapon, and then you're having to drag the animal and just use a something similar to a K-bar to open the animal. That alone, opening an animal that's already passed away, gutting the animal, skinning the animal is physical labor. It's hard physical labor, okay? You're having to go in there with this semi-small K-bar. It's a lot of physical work. So here you have supposedly one person stabbing four people numerous times, bro. 50 plus times on poor Xana. We're supposed to believe that one person did all of this work. And we know that Brian Koberger has this diagnosis of dexterity coordination issues, but he did all of that in just a few minutes, right? And managed to not leave any DNA behind, right? And people keep saying, "Well, Kaylee was the only target, and the other three were unplanned because she had so many extra injuries." Bro, what are you on? What are you talking about? Xana here has the most injuries, right? The point is what? The point is that they all had the same fatal injuries: main arteries, behind the clavicle, lung, and liver. So, for the most part, this is somebody who knows what they're doing. You're hitting the same organs on the same people in allegedly just a few minutes. Just a few minutes. And this is supposedly Brian Koberger's first crime. We're supposed to believe that he hit the clavicle, lung, and liver on all these people, but he's never committed a crime before. He's never gutted an animal before. He can't even fillet a damn fish, right? It's insane. Who's in the chat? Oh my gosh, I've been here 22 minutes already. Who's in the chat? Before I have to go. Hello, Shane. Hi, Annie. Hi, my pal Sal. Hello, Nadine. Hello, Truth Seeker. Hi, Hot Pie Gravy. Hello, Hoppers. Cool. You guys all made it. Hello, Rise. Oh, it's Janet. Oh, Janet. Please don't call the autopsy of someone a lie. Ugh. Let me Google her, Janet. Why would you put your entire name on here, bro? Janet Chloe. Buzz's girlfriend. Woof. Hmm. Interesting. 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 That's all I'm gonna say about Janet. Girl, go on, get out of here, girl. Go. Don't you have a don't you have some mayo sandwiches to eat? You look like you eat mayo sandwiches. I don't know. I've never had one. How are they? Or do you just eat mayo straight out the jar, girl? Blake made it. Alley Cat, Truth Seeker. Right? Again, it's interesting to me because people that never comment, when I see a name that is not on here often and then they comment like once in their life and they say something stupid, it's like, why are you here again? Are you having issues at home, honey? But I just have a psychology degree 4.0 master's, so I don't really know how to read people. Ooh, John says shrinkage out there on the shrinkage out there. You're funny. You're funny. And he says, I feel GT microphone says zzz, as an OD batch of pasta. Huh? Made not. Oh, I mean, I don't know, man. One thing is we know, and I agree with Truth Seeker, is that she fought the fight, right? Ugly duck food. Have we ever seen a pic in the actual K bar? No, we haven't. Have we actually seen a picture of the sheath? No, we haven't. Does it even exist? Honestly, who knows? Who knows? Right? Rex says, "Howdy, hello. Do you have a cold? I have allergies. Like I'm all stuffy. Maybe it's a cold." Laura, hello. Loving it already. Go Nika. Y'all get me all fired up when you say stupid shit in the chat. That's how. And again, I agree with Truth Seeker. Believe nothing, question everything, trust none of them. I don't trust the autopsy reports, but that's just me. And by the way, one of you guys left a message talking about Bill Thompson getting an award. Is that legit? Oh my god, let me look it up. Let me look it up cuz that's disgusting. That's disgusting. Ooh. Let's see. Let's see. Bill Thompson got an award? Bill Thompson? Idaho award. What a fraudster, bro. If he got an award, what did he get an award for? Oh my lord. He got an award? Are you serious? Ew. That's disgusting, bro. That's so disgusting to me. This little guy. Oh, can you guys see him? Look at him. My name's Bill and I love awards. I love getting sticker awards because I'm a badass. What? It's probably really. Oh my god. Sorry, guys. My crop top is crappy. Y'all know. Can you see him? I don't think that's helping. There he is. Woof. Why did they give him an award? You get an award for being the worst prosecutor of Ladog County. We're so proud of Ladog County Prosecutor Bill Thompson, who this week received the Daniel Chadwick Civility Award from the Idaho Association of Counties. Let me guess, with all your other buddies, the good old boys club, right? They help each other up. Oh my god. That's gross. That is so gross. What did he do that was so amazing? And I will be not giving any more interviews about this case because it's no longer relevant to the news. AKA Bill Thompson. Ugh. Crypto Ken, you're such a comedian. I just like talking smack. I don't really mean it. I have nothing against any of you. Even if I sound like I'm being a meanie, still love you. Still love you, Janet. I love Janet, even if she eats mayo sandwiches. I really don't give a shit. I'm just having fun, right? If you get to have fun in my chat, then I get to have fun too. Okay? Truth seeker, Blake. Blake is laughing. Rise cackles in inappropriate comments. Ugh, I am a bad bitch when it comes to inappropriate comments. I love it. I love it. Because this is what I was taught. While getting my master's degree in psychology, I paid 150 grand so you don't have to. This is what you do. When you sense and you know that somebody's throwing negative energy at you because you're being like a little bitch or whatever, for whatever reason, because maybe their spouse hates them or something, or they're not getting any D or something like that. Like, this is what you do. You take that ball of negative energy that they're throwing at you because they hate their little lives, and then you go whack. There you go. Back to you. Back to you. That's what you have to do. Okay? And I know that some people who don't understand psychology will say it's best to ignore the haters when you get a negative comment. If you know anything about psychology, that is not what you do. Because you know what they do? Then they're like, "Oh, this person doesn't do anything. They're not reacting, so I'm just gonna continue to throw my negative energy at them. I'll just use them every time I need to release my inner demon." So no, you cut it, you cut them, you address their negative energy immediately, and then you throw it back at them. You're welcome. Just saved you a master's degree of 150 grand, right? Uh, Nadine, how can we not ask questions with this freaking case? We have to, right? I am a Cheeto basher. Unfortunately, Rex, you're so right. Joyful dolphin. E. Cute. Sab says, yup. Yes, that was said. And a beanbag. A lot of things were said. That's what I'm getting to. A lot of things are said by family members, by law enforcement. And when we are going over these autopsy reports, none of that is in there. So, what is going on? Why are there so many discrepancies? Or her teeth actually bashed out of her head, or fingers actually severed. What actually happened? Again, things are not matching the legal documents, the legal autopsy reports, and why are they not matching? Who's lying? Who left something out? Hopper says, "Common sense ain't that common, right?" Truth Seeker says, "Well, I didn't realize it was in the report." Hello, Ghostface. Welcome. And he says, "Crunch my crunchy Cheeto commodity in San Felipe." San Felipe? I love it there. Laura, that's not said. Well, no, right? I agree with you, Nadine. Like, she can't, right? She's coroner, nurse, lawyer, supermodel, pilot, ass kisser of Bill Thompson, friends with Moscow PD and ISP. Like, how can you trust somebody like that? And I get it. I get it. This is a small town. And trust me, if I know anything about small towns and children of the corn towns, I know about them. You know why? Because I've told you guys, I used to live in Delphi, Indiana. Like, remembering that sends chills down my spine. It's everybody and everything is connected. And yeah, they all suck each other's assholes basically. And if you don't suck each other's assholes in little towns like Delphi, Indiana, where I used to live in, creepy, and Moscow, Idaho, then it's all eyes on you, babe, because you're not siding with law enforcement. Or if you call out law enforcement on their bullshit, I called out a sheriff once. I'm a fucking sheriff, blah 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 blah, knocking on my door, accusing me of some bullshit, right? Because he saw a girl with black hair, not typical for Delphi, Indiana, by the way. Um, my dad's calling me. Dad, I'm trying to be famous. God, just kidding. I'll call you back. Um, oh my God, he's in my ear now. There we go. Um, you basically have to kiss her ass, and if you don't, if you call the bullshit out, law enforcement, whatever, they're not going to side with you. They're not going to side with you. That's not just in small towns. That's everywhere. That's fraternities, that's sororities, that's universities, right? Because again, if you understand psychology, you understand that most people have herd mentality. Basically, everyone thinks the same. They don't question shit, they just go with the flow, right? Like Janet here. So I gotta get going, guys. I'm gonna call my dad because he called me. Just want to make sure he's doing okay. I'm sorry I wasn't able to get to everybody. Hello, Annie. Thank you for the kind comments, and Angie as well. If I missed any of you guys, I'm very, very sorry. I pray that tomorrow maybe we can catch up. And again, thank you guys so much for the super chats. I really, really appreciate them. $5 gets me 2 drinks, 2 energy drinks. So if I'm caffeinated, I can do these for you, and I really appreciate them, right? So thank you very much. And again, Blake, thank you so much. I did get the $20 Cash App you sent me today. Yay. Thank you. Thank you, guys. You guys are amazing. Have a wonderful evening. Let me know if you like this video. Let me know what you think about the autopsy reports. If you think that Kaylee's teeth were actually bashed in, leave a comment in the comment section because that's not in the autopsy report. So someone's lying here. Right, Janet? Right. All right. You guys take care. Bye. Janet, I hope you felt special. Take care, guys.